the key thing that I really want to voice out is sell. The biggest problem with a lot of these retail investors is that they are greedy. Hi, I'm Andy. I'm a book author, a fund manager, and I do a lot of investment. So I started as early as 2013.
So when you were getting started in 2013, where did you find the most success?
No, actually, 2013 was crazy. So back then I owned an advertising firm. And then we have really big clients where they need to get a lot of awareness in the space. So we started to buy all these anonymous account and so forth from the dark web, and from some of these niche marketplace.
Yeah.
And then they requested the transactions to be in Bitcoin.
Oh, wow.
So that was where I got started in the space.
Or you had to learn how to use it to get involved with it.
Back then, the wallets are not that sexy.
Right, I remember it takes a long time to sync up, and it was very clunky.
It is. But right now, if you look at the current wallets, it's just amazing.
Yeah, things have changed a lot. So what are you doing now in this space? Like, what are you looking forward to? What are you investing in?
Okay, that's a really big question.
I know. Let's break it down. Yeah.
So right now, for myself, I would love to finish my third book.
Oh, okay.
I call it Web 4. Web being some very decentralized, driven by AI. That's from the book aspect. I will still continue to give advice to different government. Right now I'm still with the government of Mongolia. Telling them what to do. There are other governments in the pipeline.
Can you speak a little about what's going on in Mongolia and what they're doing?
No, so for my role, I look at how to help them to digitize and increase productivity using new emerging technology, right? So blockchain is one of them. AI is definitely one of them, right? So that's what I generally do. But again, if different government has different kind of demand and different kind of needs, but I go all the way from crafting the crypto bill, regulations, all the way to things that are more productivity and more real,
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that I'm doing. Apart from that, of course, I'm also running a fund. So I invest actively in good projects, and then on the personal level, I really like to look at projects with big community. So
big community brings attention, and that moves the fastest. It's the most exciting and fun.
When I first started in 2017, my friends was asking me, what's good, So back then it was all about utility and so forth.
Yeah.
And when of course, Dodge is there.
Yeah.
We give it out as a utility, not so much of a fun thing, but giving out as a reward.
Rewards, it's like an onboarding tool.
Yes. And then Shiba Inu came out,
Yeah.
and then a lot of others came out, Flocky and so forth and so on. Then I realized that, actually, crypto is really about community, right? And then Memecoin can be one of the best driver. So right from the start to now, I have met a lot of good developer, people backing some of the best meme coins and so forth. And fast forward to today, we have new coins like Nero, in the last cycle we have Bonk, Weave and so forth. Many of them are friends, So I really, really admire how they build the community.
Yeah. They're very strong, active, vocal communities. They are advocates for crypto. They onboard people. They make it exciting and fun.
Yes, that's how it is, right? If you look at my ex, I put up a lot of different content.
Yeah.
Some of them are just mainly fun, right? Because if you don't interact with your community, nobody's going to interact back with you, right?
Yeah, your community on X is so massive that I don't know how you manage engagement. There's just so much, notifications.
Too many. So my friends would say that, hey man, I tag you.
And you're like, I didn't see it. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Shit, man.
It's
How
too many.
am I going to find you?
Right. I saw, because I got tagged in one of his posts, and I was like, this is too much. This is too much comments and comments on comments. Yeah.
Yes. So it's not easy, But I take the point to spend some hours every day just to interact, because if you interact, you will know what they are really thinking. And then if you interact further with them, you will realize that, this could be the next big coin.
Right.
So
they're liking this, like, for some reason, and it's like, I got to find out why.
Yes. So that's how it is.
Can you talk about which other governments you are working with? Is that public information?
Most of them are not public information because I signed a very strict NDA.
That's what, yeah, I would have assumed, yeah.
I can give you a very good insight that
Can you say a number of countries? Is that?
right now I have about 4 of them.
Okay.
Right, and out of which 3 of them are in the European side.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think they are trying to do a catch-up game. You know, because they have some regulations that are not very savvy.
Right.
You know, and then some of them they really want some insights from the Asia perspective. So whether it's from a Singapore perspective or in the South Korean perspective, where things are very regulated, and yet they have some free room to play around, right? And they separated traditional asset and digital asset in a really fashionable manner.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how I do.
So what do you think the attitude is with these countries that are kind of, interested in it? They're like, we want to be involved, but we don't want to be left behind. So we want to be in this middle point to be ready. Is that where you think?
Right now at this current moment, the attitude is very different.
Okay.
So in the past, let's say we go all the way back to 2018, right? People are thinking that, hey, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. Then when we fast forward to 2022, they think that, hey, let us get ready, because we need the regulations and so forth. But then right now is that those who are really left behind, they want to catch up and quickly form a legislation that is more crypto friendly, so that they can ride on the wave.
Yeah, of course.
It's the same as what you see with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Right. So why is he embarking on this journey? It's not because he likes crypto, but he knows that
That it's a trend.
America
Yeah, it gets attention. Yeah.
would get the attention. America will be the leader
Yeah.
again. I mean, they did very well in AI.
Yeah.
They want to do that very well in crypto space as well.
Yeah, and they've been holding down the stable coins,
Yes.
you don't want to lose that footprint.
Yes. I strongly believe that they will have their own stable coin like product that is going to be really massive. And perhaps, I don't know, maybe as big as USDT.
Can we talk about your fund and like what you found the most success in investing in?
Sure. So again, I don't like to give
Right.
financial advice, but from
Clear.
my-
No financial advice disclaimer right here.
from a fund perspective, it's slightly different. So from a fund perspective, we are always looking for good projects with a good infrastructure and sometimes very good utility.
Yeah.
Right. It's more about painting the sexy story that you can envision in 2 to 3 years down the
Yeah,
road.
absolutely.
And then we buy into the vision, right? But then for myself, on a personal level, I don't really look at them. It's not that I do not like long-term plays, but I want to enjoy the moment right now.
Right, you want to enjoy the moment. Plus, the failure rate is like pretty high if you're
Yes.
looking years down the line.
Yeah, so if you look at it from personal perspective, which we can expand a lot on this, is that if you look at community first and you invest in the community and not just in the tech, is a lot sexier in my perspective, because the tech itself is actually the same. Whether
Right.
it's on Solana, whether it's on Tron, it's the same.
Right, there's so much overlap between chains and products, but community makes the biggest difference.
Yes, it is. So I love to keep saying that, community got to come first. And for myself, because I'm just purely investing, right? So whether I sell or I buy and so forth, I look at the community engagement level. I look at the volume as one of my metrics, and then life goes on from there.
Right.
So for me, it's more free. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And the fun part is community.
So speaking of the freedom, let's go to the other side of that, because I think you mentioned the other day, like, people have kind of found your wallets and they've been sending you coins, and like you can't sell even though like it's worth a lot.
Well, that is a very tough one. So,
Yeah.
So for myself, I'm actually very big in donations. I want to do good and give back to the society.
Amazing,
So I've been
yeah.
doing that in the now it's like the 5th year running.
Yeah, what sectors are you kind of donating to?
No, it's only to old folks and younger children.
Okay.
Yeah, but right now I may be starting a movement called Redecentralized. and people who are trying to do good and want to make donations, they can straight away donate to the decentralized movement, and then from there we will promote decentralization, and then we will use the money for donations to animal shelter and so forth and so on.
Amazing.
So the angle shifted because
Right.
if they give me the token, I really don't need it. I don't need the money, right?
Yeah.
But if you give me the token, it's for donations.
Yeah.
Then I think it's cool because
Yeah, it makes everyone look good.
precisely we
Yeah.
have big donation drive.
Yeah.
Whether it's in Spain, the recent disaster,
Yeah.
whether it's in US, I just called the community. So in US, we Hurricane Helen, I think I can't remember the exact amount. It's over 200,000.
Wow, yeah.
So I came out with huge portion. Nero came up, and then some other smaller projects came up.
See-
And we just use that as a movement.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's the attention that crypto should be getting,
Yeah.
but it doesn't necessarily get that attention from like the mainstream media.
Yeah, it won't. And what we are trying to do is really to do good, and not just to take some stupid photograph with a banner to say that hey, we have donated. And
Yeah.
if we really want to do it, we just do it. Because crypto can be very fast, and donation is
Absolutely.
one of the core utility that I personally think that is good, and we should continue to do it.
Absolutely. As an experienced investor in crypto, are there some mistakes you made that you want other people to learn about so they don't make those mistakes?
Wow, I think again from a personal level, the key thing that I really want to voice out is sell.
Sell.
Yeah.
Never diamond hands. Like so many projects die within days, months, weeks, years that
Of course.
you have to be adaptable.
You need to sell.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not about diamond hands or not.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with a lot of these retail investor is that they are greedy.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So if they look at the price, it's going up to 50 mil, they will think that it will be 100,
Yeah.
150. If you have a lot of money and if you want to take the risk, I think it's cool.
Yeah.
But then if you are a normie, you just want to make some coffee money, please sell them.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
if you don't sell them, people might not buy at a lower price, and then the coin might be stagnant, right? Just
Yeah.
sell a little bit, and get things going. It's more about investment, right?
Absolutely.
It's not about greed.
Yeah.
So there's a very big difference between the two.
Yeah, it's like a long-term game. You have a certain amount of points. It's going down. You want to adjust and find what's working. You don't want to stay in one place too long.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
And the other thing that I always say is that you look at all the different metrics, for the project before you even put your money in, right? There's a trial period where you can go into the community and talk to people.
Yeah.
I think that is the most attractive period where you get to know.
Yeah, like I've been in some communities where I just want to learn about it. I ask people, they're super helpful, and I've gone to other communities. I have asked about it. They're like, do your own research. Like, why should we help you? And I'm like, oh, this community sucks. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. So if you go to the project community, most of them are more friendly.
Yeah.
Because they want you to get in. But then if you go to those core groups,
Yeah.
or those groups where they teach you how to trade, come on, man, those are not going to
They're,
work.
they're gonna dump on you. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they might dump on you, but also at the same time, if they are such a good trader,
Yeah,
will
they
have
don't need to
trade.
do that, yeah.
There's no need for you to come in to give me $100 just every month, just to get the subscription.
There's a lot of those. Yeah.
Yeah, there's really too many of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not in any of those groups. I used to have a private group for my own followers where I will share some of my trades. Then I stop it because I realized that the amount that I trade and the
It moves the
volume
market
that I
already.
trade,
Yeah.
it can move a little bit for the market, but the thing is because the capacity is different, so it's very difficult for them to just copy trade it,
Yeah.
or trade them in a timely manner. So I stopped doing that because I want my community to understand trading on their own,
Yes.
and do their own research, and then from there, if they are happy, they want to exchange notes, I'm always there.
Absolutely. So, what would you recommend for someone getting started in crypto? Like, what should they do? Where should they begin? What do you think is a good starting point?
Watch Dan's YouTube channel.
All right, that's a good plug. I love it.
I look at the channel.
Oh, you did?
And the content that you have, for full value, is that it's very practical.
Yeah.
Right. So go to Dan's. Definitely.
Thank you.
Is a good angle. at the same time, always try your very best to interact in the project's community first. Then you will know a few things. Number one, are they real?
Yeah.
Or are they all botted?
Yes.
Number two is the volume substantial, right? And then is the volume sustainable will be the number
Yeah.
three thing, right? So you have to go in and interact. After you know the basics from then, go in and interact. Then you will know that what you should ape in and what you can't ape in. That would be one of the key things, man, bro.
All right. And one more thing I just want to say, never, if you're a new investor, never be early. Look for a project that's been around for at least 6 months because anything less than that can disappear in a day. Yeah.
100%. I want to add on to this. Anything that is lesser than that is a gamble.
Yeah.
Right? So if you know your risk, you know your risk appetite, yeah, go for it. But if you do not know all this risk appetite and you do not know what you are really in for, then go for projects that are there for a couple of months, a couple of years, so that it can be a little bit more stable. But stable also means that you get lesser returns.
Right.
Right? So you got to balance this out,
You gotta, if you're not active and don't know much, you want to look for those easy long-term investments, but all the risk is in the high volume or short term.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time. This has been amazing, and I hope everyone got their full value for today.
Thanks, man.
Oh, where can people follow you on socials?
No, just Andy, Andy. You can find me everywhere.
Awesome.
I'm quite active, so just come by. Come by X. Come by Instagram or wherever. Just come by. Don't worry about it.
And an amazing website. If he does a panel, everything is broken down clearly. You get the messaging, you get what the translations are, and it's very easy to digest at a glance.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your time, and this has been amazing.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks.